Hey guys, my name is ZYMO and today I'll be showing you how to make simple, dark, somewhat emotional piano melodies for Lil Baby. So this is the sample that I made at 140 BPM. I'll let you listen to it. So that's a sample. Now I'll show you how I made the sample. So I started off with this piano. So I started off with this MIDI that I played out. And those chords were essentially just these notes. However, that's not very thick and it isn't very full, so I decided to add in these bass notes. And that just made the sound more thicker, more fuller. Then after that, I needed to add something to give it more swing. So I decided to add in these top notes. And that just acted as a way of leading the melody and just essentially dictating where it goes. As you can see, the top line just goes down and then it goes back up and then down and then back up. And that just gives it more direction. Then after that, I added in this vocal. And that just made the melody 10 times more darker with the piano. As you can hear, it just sets the vibe. So after I added in those two components, the melody was sounding great so far. However, I feel like it needed a little bit more. So I added in this pad. And all that pad did was just add a more atmospheric tone to it and just made it even more darker than the melody already was. So altogether. Then I decided to add in a bass line, which is fairly simple. It just follows the root notes of the melody. And altogether, that sounds like this. So with all those four components, I decided that was perfect and that's all the melody needed. So I left it at that. However, I then decided that I felt like it needed some texture to it. So I added in these bird sounds. And all that did was just, yeah, it just added a nice candy element to it. And that's all it really serves as. Altogether, you can't really hear it. You can sort of hear it, but since these patterns aren't mixed or leveled, you can't really hear it. However, in the actual sample, you can hear the birds more. So yeah, that's that. So for the mixing, I start off with the piano. All I did was I added in a EQ, and all I did was just a low end cut, high end cut, some low mids. Then after that, I added in a tape, and then I added in a word control, which is essentially just flutter. And then I added in some reverb to give the sound more of a spacious vibe. And then I added in a delay, and then I added in a little right there. a little radiator, which is just a preamp. Now, moving on to the vocals, I added in a EQ, took out some of the lows, took out some of the highs, some of the mids. I added in a reverb, and I added in a delay. Then for the pad, all I did was I added in an EQ, low cut, high cut, some of the mid cuts, reverb, and I added in some delay. Then on the bass, I added in an EQ, some low cuts, some high cuts, and some low mid cuts, and I just slapped on a little radiator. And that's all I did for the melody, and this is how it turned out. And yeah, that's the melody. And that's going to be all. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment what you want to see next. At 100 subscribers, I'll be dropping a free loop kit, which everyone can get. So make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at ZYMO Beats. And yeah, that'll be all for now. See you next week.